And this is just great right here. So what I now part two on the Xion is I'm exploring the fact. Okay, so here is the thing about getting your Bluetooth to work with the Samsung 8. Of course, Samsung 9 has already come out. I hear the Notebook 10 is just 500 gigabytes, half a terabyte of just monstrous technology, battling that iPhone's i12 biometric processor, which saves battery for the iPhone. But I'm telling you, Samsung is full blast. They've got the best display. Display is so important on a camera because if your display's out, forget about it, So Samsung works hard on their display. Yeah, they're working hard on the camera. They're trying to keep up with Pixel 3. Is Pixel 3 going to be able to keep up with the power, the battery power of the Samsung? I don't know. But I do know the iPhone does have a mean processor and is very good with the processor, and they're an American product. Now, Google is based in an American product. Google is from technicians, or I would say more like software engineer or search engine engineers, or whatever you want to call it, computer geniuses that are from America. So you got Google and you've got Apple, which are basically very much based in America, and then Samsung, of course, is South Korean. But the thing is, we're talking about $200 difference in a lot of things, and I'm real impressed with what Samsung's trying to do to keep up. So when you do get this Bluetooth, and I did have a few updates come in, so Samsung may be using AI to find out what you need on your phone, and I really am impressed with this because all of a sudden I go and I hit install. Now, so what happens is that the screen pulls up on the Xion. So you have an app for your Xion. When that screen pulls up, you have the choice to go to like a standard screen. Don't go to that screen if you have a Samsung 8. You want to hit the arrow button that goes to the right, and you want to exit out. Don't swipe out. Do not swipe out. If you'll notice a lot of iPhones too, if you swipe out, it'll be a hidden app running. Same thing with the Samsung. You can swipe out sometimes, especially like on SoundCloud, and it's a hidden app running. So this one has the same thing. You swipe out, it's a hidden app. It's running. You want to exit out of it and then enter back into the app as if it's for the first time entering the app. It's going to ask if you want to install the Xion app. That's a whole new app. That is going to have your options for zoom. Okay, so I'm zooming right now. Obviously, I'm holding the thing and I'm zooming with my thumb on the screen. And I can hold it straight and do what I call this would be a Brian De Palma kind of zoom. But it's kind of cool. It's just you can't really do that kind of stuff without these kinds of stuff. So it's a lot of tricks that you can do, especially with filmmaking. And trust me, I've studied everything from Fellini, down to Scorsese. You got filmmakers people have never even heard of. Hal Hartley. There's of course David Lynch is a standard. Quentin Tarantino, he's not a bad guy for dialogue, and for even Fellini's type of shots. And also, what I like about Quentin is that he's very easygoing on how he does his projects, how he actually launches his projects. He flies through them. I don't know about Reservoir Dogs. I'm sure that he's paid special attention to Reservoir Dogs, but I do know for a fact that when he did Pulp Fiction, he actually flew through that really quick. He's like, yeah, that's fine. That shot will work. That shot will work fine, and he just moved through it. Brilliant approach to the film because it's very raw and real. Of course, Fellini, I don't know how Martin Scorsese probably knows exactly how Fellini worked. Supposedly, he's one of the greatest. And I know that his cinematography is absolutely amazing. And then, of course, Bergman does the standard shots. Bergman is also a standard too. But you're also getting into some new filmmakers on PureFlix, some Christian filmmakers that have, of course, studied great filmmakers, but their heart and their intent is different. Their content is different, but yet they're also starting to bring in art so they can attract more audiences and get more people heard. It's important because you don't want to bore them. You want to try to give them something good and something that's that's acceptable. And you want to study. You want to do your study, because if you're going to be a mathematician, you want to study all forms of math. If you want to be a good filmmaker, you want to study all the filmmaking, but you want to You know, you might have to ask forgiveness for certain things, but all work has its dirty components. If you're a mechanic, a politician, a lawyer, you know, a pastor, a filmmaker, a custodian, you know, a person that delivers packages, you know, to a police officer, to a judge, to, you know, dealing with social services, to, you know, making documentaries, you know. So everything has its price that you have to pay, but, you know, you have to stay one with the Lord, and know that, you know, that He's going to be there with you, hell and high water. And you know, and asking for forgiveness, there's nothing wrong with that. So what I'm really excited about on this purchase is, first, when I first got it, I couldn't tap into this application, so I thought, well, you know, maybe I didn't get such a good thing. Maybe it was just for iPhone. It's real important. This whole purpose of this particular post is that when you get into that app, you want to make sure that you're in it for the first time. It'll ask you to install. If it doesn't ask you to install anything, you're not going to be connected to the right part of the app. You're going to be connected to a standard version, which will not allow you to do the Brian De Palma Zoom. Okay, so that's just something that I wanted to share, because I get a lot of my knowledge from YouTube. If I want to fix something, like, for example, I fixed my recliner on my chair, and I didn't know who to ask on how to fix it. I went to YouTube. There was a furniture repairman right there on YouTube, taught me step by step on exactly how to fix my recliner. Now, it's still broken right now, but I did get it fixed for a few months. It was enjoyable to fix it. And I could probably go back on YouTube again and fix it again, replace the parts and things like that. So anyway, YouTube is a great university. It's a great place to post things. And this one is basically just a simple thing. I would show you what it looks like whenever you tap in to the app. But it's going to say Cheyenne. It's going to pull up, and it's going to have this little line that says install update, or install, and you install into, I think it's actually connecting to an online site as you're using it, and that's going to allow you to use the Zoom. And you want to hold on to the Zoom so that you're zooming. Now I'm going to zoom back. I'm zooming wide right now, and it's really cool because these phones are very hard to zoom with, because of the fact that you have to do it manually. And that's I'm hoping that now new phones are being created, that they're going to start addressing the issue of Zoom. Like, what about Zoom? Isn't Zoom important? We want to Zoom. So anyway, there's what things look like. And this is only on selfie mode. So I only have it on selfie mode. And that's it. Drive Film Productions of Texas, and Drive to Texas Band. Oh, I don't have to push that one. I can push the one down here, so I don't have to go. I can keep my hand back and say bye-bye.